It's time now for this week's Dealing with Dollars, and tonight we are sharing some travel advice.
Yeah, WFXR's Evan Johnson talks with a financial advisor about how we can save some cash when going on vacation.
Well, it's that time of the year when a lot of you are likely planning those holiday vacations, but inflation is definitely taking a toll on a lot of those prices. So here with us today is financial expert Maynard Keller. Maynard, thanks so much for joining us.
Good to be here today.
So you know a lot about traveling.
Yes.
What are some things people can do to save a little money?
Well, I've traveled around the world, and I've biked across America, and I have children across America, and so I do a lot of traveling. Let me give you some tips today that can help you in your traveling. Be sure to keep up with your vehicle's maintenance, oil change, tire rotation. Those type of things can make for a very pleasant trip, or they can lead to a disaster. And in fact, I have a checklist, a pre-trip checklist that I've created that I'll make available to you and your viewers. And I tell my kids when I give this to them that if you'll follow this checklist, you can avoid 99% of car problems.
Wow, okay.
Number two, have a roadside assistance plan, such as AAA or other plan like that, so that if you do have a car problem, you can get help from a trusted provider and not be at the mercy of knowing who to call. Drive the speed limit. Aggressive driving and constant going faster and slower can add significantly to your fuel consumption, reduce your gas mileage, and you might get a ticket on top of that. That's not good. If possible, travel on odd days. We're talking about flying here. Okay. For example, being able to travel from a Thursday to Thursday instead of a Sunday to Sunday can save you an incredible amount of money. In fact, I did a price check here. Traveling from Roanoke to Pittsburgh from a Tuesday to Tuesday round trip is $296.
Wow.
If you do the same trip, Roanoke to Pittsburgh, Sunday to Sunday, it's $551.
That's a big difference there.
Yeah, it's just by changing your days, changing your strategy, especially if you're traveling with your family. Those dollars can add up very quickly. And finally, consider traveling by train. We have Amtrak here in Roanoke,
right,
twice a day. And you would not believe how inexpensive it is to travel. My daughter traveled up to visit George Mason University just the other week. It was like $12 one way.
Wow.
$12. Students get discounts, senior citizens get discounts, veterans get discounts. And avoid the driving, avoid the hassle, avoid the highways, and just take the train. So whether you choose plane, train, or automobile, you can have a better time this season.
Yeah, and I think another thing people should keep in mind is that plan as early as possible to save some money as well.
Right, and you can check these websites that compare prices and check all the airlines and even rental cars. You can comparison shop for the best value.
All right, well, Maynard Keller, thanks so much for sharing these tips with us. And if you missed any of these tips, just go to our website and look on our Dealing for Dollars page, and we will have his tips for you right there. Back to you.
Those were some good tips, very helpful,
yeah,
for sure. Also on our Dealing with Dollars webpage, you can find and download that pre-trip checklist that Maynard mentioned.
And don't forget, you can always get those saving tips every Thursday right here on WFXR News at 6.